folks, I had a few questions about lessons 10.4 and 10.5, and so I'm hoping this will help you guys. These are just a couple of real quick lessons on how to convert from degrees to radians. So we'll start with a formula on converting from degrees to radians. It's radians equals degrees times pi over 180. Okay, so let's jump in and do an example. We are going to convert 135 degrees to radians. So I'm going to use that formula, radians equals degrees times pi over 180, and I'll plug in 135 for the number of degrees. So I'll say radians equals 135 times pi over 180. Okay, then I'm just going to rewrite this. I'll write it as 135 over 180 times pi. To do 135 over 180, I'm just going to use Desmos. So 135 over 180, and Desmos has this nice feature where we'll take this and can reduce the fraction. So it's 3/4. So then my answer will become 3/4 pi. Okay, let's do another example. We're going to go 207 degrees to radians. So radians equals 207 times pi over 180. So 207 over 180 times pi. I'm just rewriting it. And then again, I'll just use Desmos. So I'll take 207 and divide by 180, and that will reduce to 23 over 20. So this will become 23 over 20 pi. I'm going to quick do a couple of examples of converting from radians to degrees. So that formula is very similar. Degrees equals radians times 180 over pi. I'm going to convert 5/4 pi from radians to degrees. So I'm going to do degrees equals radians times 180 over pi. So I'll put in 5/4 pi for the number of radians. Let's use Desmos to calculate this. So I'm going to type in 5/4. I'm going to use the pi button, and then I'm going to multiply that times 180 over pi, and that will convert to 225. So then that's my answer, 225. I'll show one more example of this. You can do it. This is a nice amount of radians that's on your circle. You can do it with crazy amounts though too, like 7 over 36 pi. You can convert that from radians to degrees. Use your formula, degrees equals radians times 180 over pi. Degrees will equal 7 over 36 pi times 180 over pi. If we type that into Desmos, change this to 7 over 36, we'll end up with 35 degrees. 35 degrees. Okay, that's it for this lesson. Let me know if you have any questions.